Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Kerbal Space program. In the last episode, we performed our rendezvous and docking between the utility module and the habitation module for our Duna vehicle. Got those guys all docked up, so they're good to go. And then we came back to the Space Center and began designing the propulsion module, which is basically a fuel tank and an engine. But it did take some time to kind of sort out what type of fuel and what type of engine we want to use, and so forth and so on. Get that all set up so that we can actually control it in orbit and being all good to go. So, we've got the rocket all built and designed and everything, and it's pretty much ready to go. So, I think we can go ahead and launch it. I did make one adjustment, which we'll see in a minute. I added some additional solar panels to it, just to make sure that it will have power. Alright, so let's go ahead and put it on the pad, and let's get it in the air. And I want to, actually, before we put it in the air, I need to see where, oh, I want to turn that off. I want to see where the actual target is. There it is. I'm actually going to advance time till it is just about overhead. There we go. Oh, and we need to make sure that we're controlling from the right spot. There we go. Throttle it up. And let's get flying. And this is currently the largest and most powerful rocket that we've yet designed in this series. Burning through that fuel pretty fast on that first stage. I want to make sure that we're pretty much flying straight when we separate. And we lost the center stage. Beautiful. This guy doesn't have anywhere near the thrust or the fuel to accomplish this. So that's a bust. Let's see, there's those new solar panels that I added. To make sure we'd be getting enough power. And it actually isn't. We are draining electric charge very quickly. Very quickly. What in the world is draining all of our electric charge? Nothing should even be on. Huh. That's weird. I can't even recharge using the alternator in the engine. That's weird. All right then. Back to the drawing board, I guess. Is there anything that is telling me that is consuming more than 4 energy credits per second? Energy credits. Electric charge. On this thing. That doesn't really tell me much. So I didn't have any issues with the others. Requires 1.2 electric charge per minute. Okay. Reaction wheel, 1.8 per minute. Is it the reaction wheel? Alright, well, we don't need the reaction wheel. Toggle torque. Reaction wheels should be disabled. Okay. .6 per second. It may look odd, but we might need this. I might need that. Alright, let's give it a go. Add all that in there. Let me set the action group back up so that we can toggle the solar panels. There we go. Put the fairing back on. Alright. Let's, Huh. Let's see, can I make some adjustments here as far as getting these things pushed away? Okay, let's try this. Okay. And these engines should fire during that separation process. There. Yes. Okay. Let's try this one more time. See if we can avoid impacting the center fuel tank and actually get some electric charge running here. Okay. So, electric charge is draining, which shouldn't happen because we should be connected to the umbilical to the Space Center. All right, there's the Space Center. All right, let's get that to come around. Oh, overshot. Get that to come around one more time. Again, overshot. I don't like being on the dark side. All right, that's fine. Let's go ahead and throttle it up. And let's launch. Okay, alternators in the engines are recharging the batteries. Alright, I want to put this thing at around 80,000 meters. Oh, we're controlling from the wrong spot again. There we go. Alright, that worked better, but now we're getting kind of off kilter here. Wasn't the prettiest separation of those boosters I've ever done, but we have a center engine, and that's the important bit. Tearing through that fuel, and there it goes. Alright, let's start putting some horizontal velocity on this thing. ready to remove that fairing. Once we get to about a high enough altitude. We're probably okay at this point, but I want to get kind of closer to 70,000 meters. There we are. And we're draining out pretty good. All right then, deploy. And extend those solar panels. And then let's get ready for maneuvering. It's going to be a 3-minute burn. Oh my goodness. We need to start burning now. We don't have anywhere near enough power or delta V in this engine. In this fuel tank for this. Alright then. Decouple. Get it going, get it going. Ascent guidance keeps turning itself on. We don't need it. I really need to do is just prograde this and get our periapsis to as high an altitude as I can. And then we're going to have to readjust once we have a stable orbit. But this is providing enough electric charge for the moment, which is good. We'll see once I actually turn the engine off how that plays out. And there goes the sun. But the alternator is providing enough power. And that number is starting to come down. I need to make this number go up faster. .85 and dropping. As long as you don't drop below 70, we'll be alright. Alright, an apoapsis is coming up too much. But it is what it is. I need to get the periapsis above get it above 70. This doesn't matter anymore. This is the only number that matters. I'm trying to figure out what is going to make that number go up faster. That's making the number go down. Nope, 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 nope. That's making the number go up faster. Alright, good. It's above 70. Let's get it up to something like 71. Just did not quite have enough delta V in the actual rocket itself. So... SAS disengaged. Alright. It's ahead of us. Our altitude should be climbing. It is climbing. Alright, good. Alright then. Alright. Alright, alright. What do I need to do to stay below that thing's altitude? Thing is, we're not going to be able to make any maneuvers until we actually get into sunlight, because we're not going to, because it keeps draining our electric charge. Can I disable things? Like turn the reaction wheels off? Well, I can't yet. I'm gonna have to make a maneuver here. Add maneuver. I can't add maneuvers because I don't have any power. Oh boy. We are actually going to have a close approach right here. A 20-kilometer separation approach with a relative velocity of 287.9 meters per second. Well, if I had some sunlight, I might be able to make this work. There's my close approach. And sun, I need power. Power, please. Power. All right, cool. So, I need to, let's see if we can make this work. I need to prograde. I think I need to prograde. No, I need to retrograde. Retrograde. Retrograde, right. We need to slow down relative to the target. Okay, this is going to be interesting. All right, all right. See, that is towards the target. Right. This is retrograde because we are moving away from the target right now. So I want to flip this around, burn all this velocity off. This is going to be not easy. And we're going to have a lot of refueling to do before we are able to actually make this mission happen. But getting the tanks there and docked is an important step that needs to happen. Alright, let's see. We're still getting further away. This is... If we get around to the night side of the planet before I get this done, that is going to be a problem. Alright, so what we're going to have to do is I'm actually going to point straight at it. Okay. Where is the prograde? Just out of curiosity. There you are. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Are we closing? No, we're kind of just moving laterally. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn those off because I don't want to burn all of that RCS. Alright, we're going to continue to thrust on the retrograde. Try and burn off some of this lateral velocity. .6 kilometers. And kill the engines. All right. Okay, so what I want to try and do is bring Alright, I gotta sort out I'm moving towards or away? I should be moving towards, right? Yes, okay, we're closing. And we're closing faster and faster. Closest approach. Probably need to flip this guy around again. Try to slow us down relative to the target again. Because we're going way too fast. Way too fast. Way too fast. Alright. Slow us down. Ever so off. Ever so much. I mean, we do need to close a lot of distance. A lot of distance. And not a lot of time to do it. Okay. So now I should be heading directly towards target. Well, close enough. Alright. How much RCS do I have? Not a ton. Not a ton. I think I'm just gonna have to keep my engine, the engine, pointed towards this and use the main engine because velocities are just too high right now. It's probably not the most efficient way to do this. Almost certainly not. It's ahead of me in the orbit, so what I need to be lower than it, which I currently am. We're not going to have another encounter until over here. Is there any way to make that encounter happen quicker? It's probably just doing what I'm doing. Periapsis is too low. Okay. Hold on. I need to switch to orbit. Because I'm gonna accidentally deorbit myself if I'm not careful here. Okay, so Yeah, we're too far away. I thought I could just maneuver this the way I wanted, but it isn't going to happen. Alright. Okay, we're safe now. Alright, so we're going to need to do another maneuver to get up to that altitude. There we are. Not sure I'm going to be able to get this encounter. What if I were to, say, aggressively burn towards it? We could get an encounter here with a relative speed of 97 meters per second. At 6.5 kilometers, that's going to be better. 4.9. 2.1. Okay. It's a 1 minute burden. Oh boy. We're going to need some more time for that. Alright, we're going to need to push that out. And maybe be not so aggressive with it. That's too aggressive. It kind of had to happen like right now. $400. Yeah. We're just not in a good spot. Because we're going to get ahead of it. Alright then. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to elevate our orbit above it. Right? And then see if we can get a close approach coming back down. Right about there. What's that intersected? 2.1 kilometers with 138 meters per second of relative speed. Forgot that I had that on still. I think that will do. We have a 21-second burn in a minute and a half. So we need to get ready to do that. Okay. Orbital rendezvous can be tricky. Especially if you completely botch your timing like I did. Alright, so in T-minus 10 seconds. And we will be coming back around on the light side for that intersect. And so that will work. And burn. And cut. And there's our encounter. 1.3 kilometers, 133 meters per second. Alright, let's warp out to about there. Yep, we got out ahead of it. So then you need to go above it so that it can catch back up. And then I'm going to need to match speeds. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch to target. And we're going to begin orienting to the retrograde. I should be moving towards it at a pretty good speed. Alright. Alright. We are about to have our close encounter, 5 kilometers. Let's begin burning that speed off. We are controlling from there, yes. Okay. 2 kilometers. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Alright, I want to get that down to very low meters per second. Alright. Good. Alright, so. Now. I want to flip this guy around. And then we want to use the RCS. Alright, hopefully we didn't burn too much of it. No, we should still have plenty. Alright, good. Good. Okay. So, let's see. So we're going to move that prograde marker onto the directional indicator and keep it there, as we did before. There we are. Okay. Alright, 1.6 kilometers. And I actually want to close. close a little bit faster. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Was not quite expecting that. Over-rotate it. Over-rotate it. Alright, 5 meters per second. Alright, that's... That's alright. Okay. Okay, so can... It's really kind of hard to tell. Which direction my RCS thrusters are pointing. Okay. Let's turn those RCS off for just a second. Alright. Alright, turn them back on. Alright, there we are. Okay, so I want to dock it there. Okay, there we are. I want to get the docking camera up so that I can see it. I actually want to be heading in that direction just a little bit. 90 meters. All right, we're going to time accelerate a bit here. Want to hit the brakes a bit. All right. All right, let's go ahead and begin orienting for docking. Finally. Okay. want to get rolled into the right orientation. I probably went the wrong way. Alright, it's alright. Okay, perfect. All right. Moving in towards it. Keep that roll lined up. Let's see if we can get a little bit faster closing. We are on target. And we're docked. Whew. Okay. And we are docked. That took a lot longer than I had anticipated, primarily because it's my fault. I completely botched the timing of the orbits. Alright, well, here's what we're going to do. Alt... I want to select all these tanks. Okay. And then I want to select the center tank, which I believe is this one. And I'm going to say out. Out. To all those other tanks. Because I want to see how much fuel we're actually going to need. And it looks like it's going to be a lot. Okay. I kinda, like, need to bring a second one of those up. Not really. Okay. So, one of those entirely. Plus a bunch. Okay. Alright, that might be missions I have to run on my own. Because that's just going to be a lot of work to get that done. And it's not really that complicated, it's just a matter of sending tanks up, docking them, emptying them, sending another tank up, docking it, emptying it, so forth and so on. So that's probably going to be my project before next episode. And I'm probably going to go ahead and end here. Do I want to end here? Well, actually, no. No, there is something I want to actually begin work on. And that is going to be the lander. This is a nice looking ship, all told. It really is. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back to Space Center. And I at least want to start doing some of the preliminary design of the actual lander that we're going to be putting on the surface of Duna. Alright, new. I want to keep it light. Very, very light. I need at least 2 crew capacity. That's 1.5 tons. It has, looks like it has RCS built in. It has monopropellant. It has a little bit of liquid fuel and a little bit of oxidizer built into it. Well, that's interesting. Alright, we need to switch to Mun. Not Mun. Duna. There you go. Let's see, maybe something a little bit simpler. The Mark II lander can? Nah, that's much too big. Let's see. Just a normal 2-man command pod? How much does that weigh? 1.57 tons and doesn't include any fuel. This can only carry 1. 2 tons. Okay, I guess we'll go with this. Now, how are we going to make this work? Because it's carrying liquid fuel and oxidizer, except I could switch it to LH2 and Ox. Let's see, what's our small engine? That's the smallest engine we've got. Thrust to weight on Duna was 7.4. 514 meters per second of delta V. That's interesting. Or should I go with liquid fuel and ox? Let's see if we can throw another tank on there. Small. See, that's too large. I might have to go procedural tank on here. Okay, what are we looking at as far as diameter? That. 1.875. Do I have any non-procedural tanks that utilize that particular diameter? Not really. Alright, but we do have a decoupler. Okay, that can utilize that diameter. Okay. Issue. Already. Docking port. Okay. That should work. Should. $30 monopropellant. That is not going to be a lot. Because it probably wants to use the junior here. Like that. But that isn't what I've got. I've got this. It'll have to do. Let's see, what color do I want? I'll go with that. Alright. So, need a liquid fuel engine. That... See, that's a monopropellant engine. Let's see, that has the right cross-section. Not that one. See, this one's cryogenic. And that is a very large engine. So is this, because if you extend that bell out, it's going to be quite big. Anything that uses a smaller mount. Volcano cryogenic rocket engine. So if we switch this to LH2 and Ox, and LH2 and Ox, it gives us 1200 meters per second at delta V from the surface of Duna. Thrust to weight ratio of 19.16. That's a tad excessive. Let's see, if I were to add these Ullage motors to add to kind of a kicker to kick us off the surface, that doesn't really do much, does it? No. .2595 meters per second at delta V. If I'm going to use that, I'm going to use liquid engines. Or just more. Go with the gold foil. Sure. And then we could throw like these little guys on there. .3,000 meters per second. Let's see, these landing struts are not long enough. That would give us barely enough clearance. I don't know how much delta V I'm going to need to get back to orbit. I'll have to look into that. And then we would need something like a ladder. To get back on, which it doesn't look like I have. Interesting. Oh, we have no science experiments here. That looks goofy. Well, I'm probably going to have to work on this design some more, look up some more information about what we're going to need to get off of the Duna surface and back to orbit. So, I guess I'll go ahead and end this here, and we'll work some more on this when we come back. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.